Hi guys. Hey Vic, how you doing? Just let me know if you can see everything okay. Just okay, there we go. Okay, just Andy, all good, lovely. Um, Let me know if you took the DAX trade. Now, obviously, the DAX trade has absolutely gone superb. Unfortunately, I had to move it to break even because I couldn't manage the trade. But yeah, for those of you that took it, should have been an absolute belter. Because look, according to what I when I shared it, uh, see here, I literally it got 10 points and I had to just move stops to break even because I couldn't manage it. But if you stuck to the trade management when it broke the highs, game broke the highs, you should have got all the way up to full TP up here. So just let me know if you got that one. Um, if you did, fantastic. That was all the trades we've been waiting for. There is uh, potential breakout coming now, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm just waiting for Lola. Well done. So Lola, if you got it, remember you've got all your trades that you need. You've got your profit for the day now. Uh, Let me just see. I might as well see if I can start this one up. Oh, let's plug this in. Okay, sorry guys, while I'm on, I'm just gonna edit. I'm just gonna edit something over here. Sorry, 1 second guys, I'm just trying to edit something on TikTok because I'm live here. H1, let's have a look at gold. Gold. This gold longs look good. Yeah. Okay, so you're looking at the gold flip, are you? Yeah. Okay, I can see that. I'm gonna wait for the 15-minute break here. Yeah, flips look good, Anna, but I'm late to the party and it should have already triggered. You can take that back up, but I will wait for either a break above here into this high or a break of this low and seeing this as a false break. Or a break of this low and down to here, so 55 points. So I'm just going to edit my trades on TikTok. So this would be total trades now. Sorry, guys, because we had a total trades win 70, break evens loss. And then we're going to go to 2026 trades. Wins 1, loss 0, break even 0. Okay, let's apply that. Hey, TikTok, how we doing? So yeah, opportunities here right now. Um, Bias remains with longs on gold, fundamentals, technicals. If you are a member on the free channel or a member, you'll have seen the charts that I sent out this morning on for gold and DAX. One of which is printed significant returns. So I'm going to look to be a buyer of gold if we break the high of the bearish uprange candle. And yeah, I'm just going to take profits, full profits at the cycle highs. Just want to check on, yeah, so that's what I'll do. So Anna, I think you should have got your TPs now. So well done on that trade on the hourly flip. But yeah, let's put that in. We're going to put partial TPs in. Let's move this down. We are after news, so I'm just going to do 20 pips and I'm going to take 60% off for this one. Okay, so just you didn't put the order. Okay, no worries. Better to be safe than sorry. I was a bit late. Yeah, so if you're late, I mean, I was late to the party, so I wasn't going to jump in and just buy at market. So as you can see, the break-even trade here down here for me, the $29 loss, that was the DAX trade because, like I said, I couldn't manage it properly. I shared it based on the M30. It got 10 points in profit and I had to leave. So unfortunately, I had to put my stops to break even. And that was it. Ended up with a $29.17 loss. So yeah, we are looking at gold. A little bit later than normal today's stream. Now, if you are new on YouTube and TikTok, Tuesday and Thursday are predominantly for they're just members that are held on Zoom. But unfortunately, I've got a little Zoom issue today. I'm locked out for 24 hours, so I've gone onto YouTube today. So for general public, Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my days for YouTube and TikTok, usually 1 p.m. For the next couple of Fridays, though, I'm not going to be able to do it. Personal reasons, got to be at hospital. So the next few Fridays, that's not going to happen. So it's just going to be Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Okay, we usually run until about 2:30. If we're in a trade, we'll stay a little bit longer. Jimmy Singh, Her Empress, Noah, Daniel Kemp, Alfie, Mohammed, welcome. So yeah, we're just going to look to see if we can continue the move above the high of the bearish uprange candle. Yeah, Boozin, Happy New Year, guys. This is the first one live on TikTok. But if we break the low, this could be a false break setup. But, yeah, definitely looking for more continuations on this one. Let's see if what's happening on the DAX. So this was the DAX trade we sent out, which was in fact, let me see if I can. Okay, so this is it. Back DAX buys 14-day straights. Markets creating new highs. We're about to see a correction or just a short-term pullback before we go long again. Options one, close below 25,358 M30. Close below and watch for a breakout short, or BPC long, wait for M30 bullish candle to form at the same price and wait for buys as per BPC rules. So if we then go and have a look, you'll see M30 bullish candle to form, wick down, we broke the high. Now, unfortunately, it just didn't move quick enough for me in order to stay in the trade and manage it as per my rules. But everyone else that watched this, they should have hit TP1, and then every time the candle's broken, pull back and broken the high, you move your stop underneath the low of the candle, scaling out profit at your desired targets along the way. So those of you that did that, well done. Now we're just gonna see what opportunities will present themselves. You can see on the news of CPI data, Nasdaq's had a little sharp move to the upside. It's pulled back down. Will we get an opportunity? $50 if we break the inside candle high. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, DAX. Well, if we get a close above like this, next candle wicks down, you can buy the break of the high. So both the DAX and gold, we can look for buying opportunities. We do have a buy stop in on gold at the minute above the M50. Let me just check the price on this. At the high 46.21. 46.21. We'll give it a bit closer. 25, 2.5 pip above the high. So if you're online, guys, just let me know whether you're new to trading, you're experienced, what type of trader you are, day trader, swing trader, what markets you like to specialize in. Yeah, so here we don't actually, as long as you don't ask me anything about order blocks, ICT, smart money concepts, anything like that, as long as you don't ask me about that, that's fine. Don't do any of those. Just a pure price action trader. So nice and simple. Router, thanks for the follow. Uh, so yeah, right now, free live streams are Monday, Wednesday for TikTok and YouTube. Today is just a random one. 1 o'clock UK time. Okay, so I'm still liking this setup. Thanks for the likes coming in, guys. Much appreciated. Um, but yeah, we're looking pretty good here. So yeah, we have a partial TP in at 20 pips. And then at 20 pips, what will happen is the magic keys, or a lot of my members use Trade Assistant. When it gets to 20 pips, it will close a percentage of the trade down. So depending what percentage you choose, anything from 50 to let's say 80%, it will close it down and then move your stop loss to break even. The beauty of these types of call it an EA, but trade management software, it does things at a speed that you wouldn't be able to do, and especially if you trade something highly liquid and volatile like gold or NASDAQ. When the market moves 20 points or 30 points, wherever your first target is based on market structure, you wouldn't be able to maybe close the trade down and get your stop loss to break even, which happens a lot where we take our first take profit, we get the market's moved in our desired direction, then it reverses and stops us out at break even. Now, there's times where, if you were to do this manually, by the time you've closed the trade down and tried to move your stop loss, next thing you know, you'd be in a negative position. So these trade management pieces of equipment are significant. I mean, if I was to just, I don't know, let me, uh, so if I go on my phone and I go to MT5, let's pick the right account and go to history, and let's go last 6 months, and then we go create trade report. If I then go to, let's say, profit and loss, and then scroll down, I want to show you this. So YouTube, you're not going to be able to see it, but TikTok, oh, in fact, why have I not got display camera? I just realized I haven't got webcam on anywhere. Camera source obstructed. Why is that? Okay. All right, let's try again. I want to show you this because you're going to see the power of using these tools. So I'm profitable by you being a manual trader, but when you see the difference and see how much I save with losses by using the EA. It's incredible. Uh, let's try again. Camera. So it's definitely something you want to take a look at. All right, try again. There we go. Okay, so uh, try again. Okay, can you see on the camera the two green bars that go up to about 110k each at the bottom? And then if you look at the red bars next to them, the big red bar on the left-hand side, that's the losses from manual trading. So you see the green bar is above it. And then if you look at the red bar on the left, on the right of that, next to the big green bar, you see how small it is? That's the losses by using the software. So basically, by using this software, you can see how much money I'm saving. Um, and don't think of it as saving, it's money that is being generated in your P&L. So yeah, it's it's a massive benefit to your P&L. And you know, most of my members will be using some sort of trade management tool, whether it's trade assistance, whether it's Dane's trades, whether it's magic keys. They're all very, very similar. You're just looking for something that can uh, scale some of your position out, move your stops to break even instantly, and that's it. You know, so where do in fact I'll just show you. So look, this is this is since we've been running live streams, okay? So since we've been running live streams, I've put this account now on MyFX so you can follow it. But what I want to show you is daily. So have a look at the success rate. Oh, come on, let's refresh. There we go. Okay, so if we go to daily, and oh, these damn adverts and pop-ups. We're about, okay, there we go. So look, on a Monday, winning percentage 79%. On a Tuesday, 81%. On a Wednesday, 78%. On a Thursday, 64%, so considerably lower, and 86% winning trades on a Friday. So one thing you've got to think about is when you have a success rate that is in this area, you don't need to have a huge RR. You just want to be consistently ticking the scoreboard over. So occasionally you'll get a big winner, but you see, look, this month up 7%, but it's just like today. If I show you the trades today, a 600, a 660, and a loss of 30. They're not massive trades, but you keep ticking the scoreboard over. And this is what I always see from people. They get too greedy. They're trying to hit the home run. So if we go back to when we started this, um, so let's go to so if we have a look, go back to last year when we started it. So in September, see what 6.37%, October 9.58, November 17.6, December 13.88, and so far for this month, what was it? We're just over 7%. I think it was 7.12. So, we're triggered. Oh, damn it, I didn't see that happen. Um, very close to partial TPs, but I was watching it on another screen, but I just got a little bit carried away. It's okay. I'm still good with it. Um, how far did it get? Maybe 15 pips. I don't know. So let me just have a look. Who is on YouTube? So YouTube, I know your members, most of you. Did you get 15 pips or not? If it did, I think you'll have got to a break-even trade. So here comes, we're coming into the open. So we've got a 20 pip first TP. Let's just bring our stop loss up underneath the 15-minute low. Got break even at 20 pips. Okay, Anna, you're going. Okay, so just because we're after the news, I've gone for a little bit of a smaller take profit. I've gone for 20 rather than 25, and I'm taking more off. I'm taking 60% off. All right, let's bring this over here. Okay, there we go. TP1. Lovely. Okay, let's make this 2 wins now. Okay, so we'll just for those of you that took it, well done. So you can see we just banked another 585 bucks. TP Hunter, good work, Mark. Going to be a short week for me. Yeah, we just keep that scoreboard ticking over, mate. And then when we get a big runner, we get a big runner. Fantastic. So next, we'll see what we got. 70 pips for full TP. Well, we're going to get stopped. Oh, maybe not. Who knows? Let me just update the results here. So we're going to go to 79 total wins and 2. There we go. And we're out. Okay, so 2 and done on for 2026 on the live streams. All right, come on, TikTok. Allow me to. Yeah, tomorrow live stream. And that will be back again here on YouTube and TikTok. We've got a few minutes yet, so I'm going to see what happens on the open. Maybe no, I'm going to leave the NASDAQ alone for now. Why is it? So just let me know if you got the TP, guys. If you hit the TP, just comment in the chat and let me know how many pips you got. TikTok, let me know if you caught that nice 20 pips. So the trade stats that you see, I've grouped them all into. Oh, there's an error on YouTube. It shouldn't be 12 wins. It should be 2 wins. Okay, there we go. Any questions, guys? Any questions? TP1, 20 pips for Vic. Well done. Anyone else get any more pips? Who got pips? 15. Okay. Options, options, options. Okay, based on the 30, I'm going to skip on gold right now. I'm going to skip on gold until we get a solid move above this area. So we've got our pips out of that. The DAX, we have potential. If we get a up range, bearish candle close, we are going to look to buy above the break of the high at the bearish candle. Okay, nice and simple. 7, welcome. Big fella, welcome. We've just taken the one trade, secured 20 pips on gold, and then got stopped at break even. The stats you see on the left hand side, that is since pretty much 1st of August. If you, we did have a period in August where we were away for about 10 days. I want to Sweet Rose, hello. Nomza, Madam Chogan, Diana, Georgina, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. If this is your first time, lots of new names I'm seeing on TikTok. Yeah, so we're not going to be massively chasing the market today. We've, as you can see, 3 trades. Each trade has, sorry, 4 trades. 3 of those have hit TP1 and then got stopped to break even. And the 4th one was a break even trade. Now, unfortunately, the 4th trade was this one here. And I actually sent this out to my members and on the free Telegram channel. So it was a 30-minute BPC trade, which we had the wick down. We bought the break of the high, and then unfortunately, I had to depart, so I couldn't manage the trade, so I just moved my stop to break even. But this trade, in theory, should have gone a full 80, 90 points and hit full TP. And that would have been a fantastic trade for those of you that are on the free Telegram channel or members. I know Lola, who's on YouTube right now, she took the full hit, so well done. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so looking at DAX, 2 options. One, as I said, will be to buy the break of the high. The second one will be if price rotates lower, and then we just wait for a new support to be formed. Right, now we don't need this level to be put back on here because it's broken out. But if some of you do prefer to keep them on, it's up to you. I wouldn't be trading a short here because we don't have a change in structure. All we have is a retracement happening or a correction happening on a lower time frame. So we're just waiting for buyers to step back in, and if we have clear candle space, we can trade it. It's back to the upside. Okay, Mr. Buckley, good afternoon. We'll see you tonight for our one-to-one session. Junior, good afternoon. Chris, good afternoon. So yeah, we're just going to wait for buys to set up here. Gold, I'm sitting on the sidelines, nothing. Nobet, good afternoon. Thanks for liking the live, guys, and thanks for the follow. Yeah, so like I said, we're just going to keep the scoreboard ticking where we see fit. And the best opportunity today was this buy here. When we look at it on the 30-minute, you can see, look at these candle bodies here. Lovely, nice, big, bearish black candle bodies. No real wicks to be worried of. First one is here, so that's 48 pips above the high of this bullish candle that had formed. So lots of pips up for grabs there. So that would have been my pick of the trades today. Gold. Now, let's have a look. Not yet. So look, we've got a support formed here. So if this 15-minute candle closes below here, yeah, what's that, 50 points? Okay, so on the 30, if you're looking for sells and trying to trade the range, looking for the range trade, you're gonna have to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. Okay, you're gonna look for a bearish candle close, strong bearish candle close, next candle to wick up and then break the lows, and that would ultimately look at generating a 30 pip range, 300 pip range, $29. So a lot up for grabs here, but you just got to be patient, guys. Got to be patient. So trades that I would be interested in. Range trade on gold if we get a 30-minute bearish candle close. Not interested in the 15-minute candle close. I'm not interested in longs yet unless we have a pullback. So only one I'd be looking at on gold would be if we get a 30-minute bearish candle close, then a wick up, I'll sell the low. So that's trade number one. DAX, preference would be one more at least bearish downrange candle, and then that would be the start of a setup for a BPC trade. So I'd need to see at least one more bearish candle close and it be a downrange candle, meaning it has a lower high and a lower low to the previous candle. If we see that, then we're just waiting for a bullish candle to form. If we get a bullish candle to form, that's the BPC setup, and we look to trade it back up to structure highs, which would be here. So new structure now is being formed. Highs at, oh God, sorry, 25,504. This is, I got a new issue. So my screens are, the numbers are too small, so I need the glasses on. But then when I sit back, the screens are too far away. So this is a new dilemma I'm having to face, and I don't know quite how to navigate around it. So if anyone is short-sighted and you have a nice sort of like screen setup at home, tell me how you get around it because I'm in my first day of wearing glasses. It's not quite sure how to get around this issue. This morning I wore the glasses for the whole live stream and then I couldn't see afterwards. I was like Mr. Magoo. So anyone with any tips on what to do when it comes to short-sightedness, screens, numbers, and then what to do afterwards, be very much appreciated. Anyone, how's your morning been, guys? Has it been a productive morning? Yeah, I don't know, about 0.75% up today. Uh, 0.6. So decent morning. Looked, yeah. At the end of January, I'm going to increase my lot size. Yeah. So I'm just going to increase my lot size by 20%. So from 5 lots on gold to 6, and indexes from 50 lots to 60 lots. Osman, thanks for the follow. If you've got questions, guys, or you want to know something about setups or how we look to trade here, just drop some questions in. Always happy to discuss. Always like questions. Keeps the stream a bit more engaging. Everyone's been very quiet today. What goals have you set yourself for 2026, guys? What trading goals have you set yourself? Mm, yeah. Uh, Usman, thanks for the follow. Bobby Digital, good afternoon. Rifat, how are we doing? Come on, guys. I want to hear some goals. I want to know what you're really targeting this year. Bit of a beginner. Can you give a quick look how you start making levels for the day? Okay, great question. So for that, let's come away from MT4, MT5. Let's go to trading view. So just bear with me a second. I'm just going to change over on YouTube. Now let's do it on TikTok. TikTok always takes a little bit better, but thanks for the question, Usman. It's always like to know what people want to know. Commander in Chief, good afternoon. Happy New Year. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just remove all drawings. Now, one thing that you should always remember is when you want to start drawing, well, start by um, looking at the higher time frame. Okay, so first thing you want to do is maybe start with the daily. Just take a quick look and say, right, if I look at this chart in the grand scheme of things, very simple. If I start to mark on the highs and the lows, so I'll just mark the highs on first. And what I'm saying by the highs is I'm just talking about if you were to imagine a ball bouncing. So you drop it, it hits the floor, then it bounces, it goes up in the air, and then it falls again. Where is the high point before it starts to fall? So if you imagine this, it fell down, then it bounced, it came to here, then it fell down, it bounced, came to here, bounced, came to here, bounced, came to here, and right now it's still going. Okay, so if we look at the highs and the trajectory here on this daily chart, and we're still up here, what can you tell me about the highs? What's happening? What is happening? Tell me what's happening with the highs. Yeah, exactly. The highs are progressively getting higher. Now, the next thing we want to look at is what's happening to the lows. So let's just remove all drawings and we'll just mark on the lows. So this is where the ball bounced. This is where it bounced. This is where it bounced, 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 bounced. What are the lows doing? Higher lows. Okay, so now what we can do is from a higher time frame perspective, we can understand that the market is progressively pushing higher. So in the back of our mind, we want to start thinking, right, our bias is to look for buys, our bias. It doesn't mean that the market is just going to go up. We can still look for sells and we can still look for buys. But if we're thinking about how we're going to manage a trade, if the market is predominantly moving higher, then you want a bit more of a forgiving trade management or bigger targets for trading with the trend. If you're trading against the trend, you want more aggressive targets, more aggressive management. Does that make sense? So let's take a look now. So easiest way to draw resistance and support levels is just by looking. So my candles are white and black. So a white candle followed by a black candle is going to give me a resistance. A black candle followed by a white candle is going to give me a support. Hey Mark, on the strat where you buy, sell at the higher low of a candle, where do we put the stop loss? Okay, good question. I'll come to that afterwards. In fact, look, here we go. I'll just pull this up for you quickly and then uh, you can just. All right, it's just loading now. So why is it not moving? There we go. So let me just do this. Okay, there you go. So you can see that there. Um, in fact, let me move it up a bit because of the text. Okay, yeah, so you should be able to see that now fine. Tell you what, on TikTok, I'm just going to move that over there for now. I go down to whichever time frame has clarity. So what we want to think about is where do we draw our resistance and our support levels? So if I say, right, here's our most recent daily resistance, okay? And then our most recent daily support is going to be here, okay? Now, is this resistance level going to play any impact in the way that I'm going to trade today? And the answer is no, because the market is already above. So I'm going to get rid of this. So is this going to play any impact in my trading decision today? Probably not. So I'm going to go to the 4 hour. All right, most recent support is here. Most recent resistance is here. Now, are these going to play any impact in my trading decisions now? Absolutely not, because they've already been and gone. We looked at these this morning, slightly adjusted levels, and this is what gave us our setup. So let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, would this level play any impact? Yep, for BPCs. Would I want to sell underneath here? Not really, because we don't have clear candle space. But I would want to sell underneath here, because if I look underneath this support, I've got nice big candles, no small bodies, and a big gap that's potentially going to get filled at some point. So this is how I start to break down my levels. This resistance level needs changing and adjusting to the most recent resistance. Now you can see prices potentially getting above this area. So now all I'm doing is I'm mapping out the areas of interest where I want to be a buyer or a seller. Drop to the 30-minute. Does this level need to be changed? Absolutely not, because we can see this is the last high, the last resistance on the 30-minute. Do I need to change this one? No. But what about this support level? Yeah, I'm going to change this down to here. So remember, seller candle followed by buyer candle, and then I'm looking for clear candle space below it or above it if I'm buying. So go to the 15-minute. Now look, the adjustment comes in here. So if I get a close above here, then I'm going to look for buys for breakouts. In terms of sells, I'm not really liking anything around here right now. The 30-minute, if I just look at this level, I would potentially watch this on, let's say, a false break of this area and trade it down, because we've got nice big momentum candles here to work with. But my preference is buys because of the structure of the chart. So what I'd be saying is anyone that's looking at this right now is we can look for buys if we get a break and close above this area. But if we get our BPC setup, which is two bearish downrange candles, so something like these two here, followed by a buyer candle, something like this, then we've got a setup. Here, something like this, then we've got a setup. Okay, so do you understand now how I adjust my time frames, how I go down to why I go down? And if clarity isn't on the lower time frame, I go back up a time frame. Yeah. So really, really simple. Nothing that I do is difficult. Everything is very, very simple. The hardest thing you have to do as a trader with the rules that I implement is sticking to them. So that's it. And if you go through here, really simple, really simple. Then if you just look, if I'm doing a breakout trade, my rules again, very, very simple. Wait for price to close above the level. Wait for the market to pull back down. So like a bow and arrow, you want the bow to get pulled back. This is the market grabbing liquidity, attracting buyers to the market so they can come in at a better price. Now, I don't want to be the first man getting in. I'm not interested in buying at the best price. I'm interested in buying once we've got confirmation. So if the market comes down, the bow gets pulled, can we take out the previous candle's high? If we can take out the previous candle's high, that shows momentum, buyers are in, then I have a very quick first take profit. Okay, so that is the principle for the breakout trade. All of my systems, breakout, BPC, false break, flips, they all have the same principles. I want to see the market pull back before it goes forward. Now, when it comes to something, let's say, like using a momentum entry, where I'm not looking for the bow to get pulled back, I'm just looking for sheer volume of money coming into the market to push price through new highs and through structure. So that would be gold around 130, anywhere between sort of like 1 and 130. That would be the DAX pre 8 a.m. and it'd be NASDAQ around now, 2 to 230. That's why I'm looking for momentum trades. Any other time, I always want to see the market pull back before I buy. I want to see it pull back before I sell and break the high of the low, high or low of the candle that is the setup candle. So if that makes sense, guys, just drop a like or a follow or something nice and simple, just so I know you've acknowledged what I'm talking about. Oh, thanks for the roses. Save me buying some later for the missus. Okay, let me just move. Oops. There we go. Okay. So gold is breaking out. Now, this is we had buy stops in and then got taken out at our entry price after we'd hit TP1. So now we're just going to see how this market holds. If it holds like this and closes above on 3 o'clock, then we can wait for a wick down and we can look to buy the high. Pleasure, Harvey. No problem, mate. No problem. So I do send out free charts on the free Telegram channel. So for those of you that aren't on the free Telegram channel, there is you can always drop on there and see daily charts that get sent out. Now, because of the way that I trade, don't expect me to be like the other traders out there that are going to send you signals every 2 seconds, because I'm not that type of trader. As you can see, well, yeah, 4 trades today, quite an active trade for me, but none of them have really followed through. They're all, apart from this one, which was a break-even trade for me, the other 3 were just TP1s, then stopped at break-even. The best trade, believe it or not, if I could have managed it, was the one that was a break-even trade. All right. Okay, NASDAQ. Let's have a look, just see if there was anything, any news. Because they both just had a little. Investing live. Financials falter. Credit services tumble while AMD and Google lead tech gains. CPI down. Okay. Yeah, nothing really to look at, but if price does close below here, I would look at selling the NASDAQ. So I'm going to wait to see if price closes, because let's have a look, and it should be about 50 points. Yeah, 100 points. So yeah, if we get a close below there, so sell below 25,701. Oh, above 25,843, 25,843. Now, remember the buy would be looking for a breakout. So we'd be looking for a breakout above there. This area, this is what I'm going to call my no trade range. So I don't want to do anything in here. Now, sometimes I will. Sometimes I would look for, let's say, false breaks to sell them back into the range, or maybe BPCs from down here to go back in the direction of the predominant trend. But that's all going to come down to what candle structure I have here. You see how this is quite messy? We've got a gap and then a spike up and come back down, then an inside candle and then a spike up and a come back down. If these were just big bodied white candles up into this area, then we could look for maybe a false break and sell it back down, or a range trade and sell it back down. If you didn't want to do that, you just wanted to go with a trend and it came back down, then we could trade it back up, providing the candles coming back down were nice big momentum candles. If it looks like these little bodied and wicks here, then this is just mess. This is like jumping on the freeway or jumping on the motorway during rush hour. Getting through that is going to be difficult. Yeah, I think we are. Okay, so in 5 minutes, this will be a trade. This will be the false break based off the hourly. And because we've already had a rejection at this area, and then we've closed above it, we've taken out the high, and then potentially closing back below the low. This, we've got to wait for it to close, but this is what I will be looking for if it closes like this. Oh, 25, 220. So about there. Now, I'm not hitting the place trade yet. I've got to wait for this candle to close, because remember, in the next 4 minutes, this candle could look very different. It could close bullish. It could close back above the level. So let me just change screen so you can see what I'm. Okay, let's change it on. So that's what we're looking for. So the low is 25,421.50. 24,521.50. So we've got the yellow line. It's not placed yet. It is a potential area where I want to place a sell stop. So got to wait 3 minutes. 3 minutes for the candle to close. Uh, okay. Where's it? Thursday. Okay. Okay, guys, members, I'm sorry to say this, but on Thursday, I am not going to be able to do the live stream at 1:15, at 1 o'clock. I can't do any streams on Thursday afternoon. My daughter's just got her second assessment, so I at exactly 1:30 till 3 o'clock. So apologies, guys. I've only just got the notification now. So on Thursday, there will be no lunchtime stream. So stream I will do Wednesday, so one tomorrow, and then that'll be it for this week for the yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, because Friday I've got the same. Okay. All this madness will be out of the way soon. At the end of this month, we'll all be done. Okay, so we have 1 minute and 1 second left for this candle to close. How many of you like the idea of selling the DAX underneath this hourly low? That's it, Vic. Always come first, unfortunately. As much as I would love to be doing a live stream for everyone, it's only a few days that it's gonna happen. So Big Harvey is back. He couldn't resist. 20 seconds. 20 seconds for the candle to close. If the next candle goes up first, we are selling or not selling. We're going to place a sell stop. Checking in, love it, just in case. Okay, so if it starts to go up, we're going to place a sell stop. If it just goes down and breaks the lows, we let it go. Thanks, Vic. So yeah, like I said, if this just goes straight down, I'm going to let it go. If it goes up, creates a bullish candle before breaking the lows, then I will sell or place a sell stop. So this is the discipline, guys. This is where you get people get the urge to trade and the FOMO and oh, if it goes down and keeps going, how much profit I'm going to miss out on? Who cares? It's not part of the rules. So I've got one member, and he's a very old friend of mine. I don't know if he's on stream today. Will, Jez, are you on stream today? Not sure. We'll soon see if he pops up in a second. It doesn't look like he's on stream today, but oh, he is. Were you messaging on Telegram for? Which one are you on? Are you on TikTok or are you on YouTube? Come on, where are you? Stop hiding. Messaging on Telegram. You are on my TV on YouTube. Okay. I know you got bad eyesight, but you don't need to put me on your bloody big screen, mate. Anyway, so he's watching on his TV at home, so he's not going to message. Okay, so look, this one's going without me, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So this is someone that let's say wasn't very disciplined, and he is doing super well just by being focusing on particular market areas where he wants to buy and sell, waiting for the market to come there, and then applies the rules. Okay, he's tweaked them slightly according to his style, but this is the whole thing. I'm not here to create thousands of me or whatever. I'm showing you a simple process that can be profitable. All you have to do is you can do exactly what I do, or you can accommodate it to be more in line with the way that you see the charts. Um, and this is a really effective way of trading. You just have to be patient. The people who aren't patient as Warren Buffett says, uh, money is exchanged from the impatient to the patient. So we just sit here, we mark our levels out, we wait and hope that it comes. Now look, yeah, we could have taken that trade and we could have been 18, 19 pips up. We still, it may have just hit TP, I don't know. Probably not, because you'd have probably just got slipped maybe 1 or 2 pips. Um, but we'd definitely be at break even and very close to TP now. But am I regretting not taking it? No. Remember, this trade was against the predominant trend. Um, if we get a buy candle down here at 25,360, like we did here, would I look at taking it? Yes. Would I look at selling if we got a close below like we did here? Absolutely. The next candle wicked up, sell stops underneath. But guess what? It closed back above the level, kills the previous order. Was NAS anytime an option for you on the 1 hour? Let's have a look. Don't think so. No. I think sells underneath there would be all right. Sells underneath there because you got, yeah, 120 points and potential buys above this area as long as you get a close above. Okay, gold M30. Right, let's see what we've got here. If there's 30, okay, there's a flip here on gold. So this is a flip. Only valid for this one candle. Only valid for this one candle. Open trade. Partial TP. And again, I'm going to take slightly more off, so 60%. Okay, so 25 pip first take profit. Oops. Okay, so I'll explain this trade in a second. Why is it not moving? What is happening to my partial TPs? No idea. Um, okay, so let's go back. Um, so we have 24 minutes left of this candle. We put in a 25 pip first take profit and a 60% of our position to come off. Now, what do we notice? This candle closes above the resistance level. This candle on the open has come down. Now, if you look, every candle before going higher in this market move has created a bottom wick before breaking higher. Now, because we've got about a 40 pip wick here, what I'm saying is, if this candle decides to flip bullish, so right now it's big bearish candle, if it breaks its own high, the probability is that the market will run in and fill this wick here, this range. So if that happens, I want to be banking and securing some profit, like 25 pips, which is, let's say, 75% of the range of that wick. If that happens, we'll move our stops to break even. And then if it runs off and goes all the way up to our TPs, fantastic. If it doesn't, it'll just be another TP1 on the way. If price closes back below the level, we have a similar setup to what we were just looking at on the DAX. So the stop loss just underneath this structure, right? The stop loss doesn't really matter right now because if it flips, basically what's going to happen is it's just going to run very, very quickly. So you can put your stop loss, it's literally just a somewhere under this structure area. You can put it underneath the wick if you want, but right now the probability of this trade triggering is pretty much minuscule, right? The likelihood of it triggering is very, very small. If it does trigger, the probability of hitting the target is extremely high. Does that make sense? The gym is calling, end of the day, 1% up. Cheers, Marquinhos. Thanks, Sandra. Cheers, buddy. Take care. So there's potential for the then wait for either the flip entry or the false break. So either one is going to potentially set up in the next 20 minutes. So I'm not going to take, if the false break sets up, I'm not going to take it because I need to go shortly. So I will sit around and see if we can trigger the highs. Let's just have a look at the 15. Yeah, still okay. Guys, bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to go get a bottle of water. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. So let's see what happens. So like I said, this order can only be valid for this one candle. It needs to flip from being very bearish to bullish during this 30-minute candle. So NASDAQ sells could be on the card shortly. I'm just going to put an alert on NASDAQ so I don't have to keep watching it. Okay, who have we got on YouTube? Have we got any new faces on YouTube, or is it the ever faithful? So we have a pending buy stop in gold above the current M30. Let's see what happens. 17 minutes. If it hasn't triggered in 17 minutes, guys, I'm going to call it a day today, and there will be no further trades from me. If you do want to check out what I'm doing, you can see my my trades on my FX book, the link. So this is everything from live stream, anything to do with my members and live stream. We set this up September last year, join live stream. So you can see, look, yeah, we have down periods. You can see it, biggest drawdown we've had, 7.2% average daily gain, 0.45%. I think it should be up over a bit higher than 67%. I'm not sure. Let me check. Let me refresh it. No. Okay, it's not got today's trades in. What is it? Tuesday, right? What? Oh, it's a 24-hour delay. So it won't have yesterday. I think there was only one trade yesterday. Let me have a look. History. Yeah, it was one trade. I'm positive. Custom 11th, 12th. Yeah, one trade, 68750 profit. Again, another TP one. YouTube is what's going on? Why is that slowed down? So 15 minutes and then I will call it a day today, guys. 15 minutes and I'll call it a day. YouTube, can you hear me okay? Just let me know. I'm just seeing an error message on YouTube screen. TikTok, thanks for the likes. Whoever's chucking in the likes, appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I think Commander Chief. Okay, brilliant. You can hear me good. Thank you. So, okay. So for those of you that will be continuing to trade, if you get a break below 25,704, then this is going to be a nice potential setup as long as the next candle wicks up. So you want to see the candle close below. So you want to see the candle close below, next candle to wick up, sell the low. Okay, let's see if this can pop through this level. Okay, so cancel the gold order. It's not going to happen. Now, like I said, you got let me just check measurements. Okay, that would be 2, 3. have we got any other news coming out? Because 5 minute. And this is gonna drop hard, I think now. This this is why I hate MT5. So my alert's just gone, but we'll see. Need to wait for the close below. 11 minutes. There's your 15-minute close. So anywhere here or here. So the 30-minute candle, if it closes above there, then there'll be no setup at all. Yeah, 11 minutes. Wait for 11 minutes. So 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Gold's having a real strong little pullback here. How many of you right now are consistently profitable? How many of you are consistently profitable? Cheers, Anna. Take care, darling. Bye bye. How many of you are consistently profitable? Okay, one thing I am going to do here is see this wick here. Price breaks here. I'm going to be in. Okay, partial. Oh wow, jeez, that moved quick. All right, 20 pips, first take profit. Jesus, didn't even get my stop in the right place yet. Where's the candle? So there we go. Okay, so we took out the low. I expect we should see some quick movement, but if not, I need to act quickly. What have we got? 8 minutes. So auto break even. Let's put this in. Needs to be 15 pips. Okay, let's just move that. Activate. Okay, so we have auto break even now activated. So should we get 15 pips in profit? We're currently 17, 18 pips down at the minute. If we get 15 pips in profit, what will happen is the software here will automatically bring stop loss straight down to our entry price and mean we have zero risk in the market. Now, one thing I always like to try and do is get risk-free as quickly as possible. So you can do that in a number of ways. You can do that by banking half profits when, I don't know, let's say you've got 20 pips at risk and you secure 20 pips. Or you can do it by moving your stop loss to break even. So I like to use a combination. I like to move my stop loss to break even when I get to 70% to my first target. And I also like to take 50, 60% of my um, trade off when I hit TP1. So in theory, if we get to break even by using our 70% rule and then we get our TP1, no matter what, we're always chipping away, keeping the scoreboard ticking over by making small gains. And then if we do get a nice big run, um, we get our gains. Well, that was very close to auto break even. I don't like it when it gets so close without getting there. So stupid bloody. Okay, so that's the M5. Need 5 more minutes. So you see how it went past but didn't move, stops to break. Okay, now it's gone to break even because we've gone 15 pips. So we're going to be a break even trade here by the looks of it. So no matter what, we can't lose anything. Okay, we might lose, let's say, a bit of commission um, if we get stopped at break even, but that'll be it. There we go. So 70 bucks is what it's cost us. So it's a break even trade. Now, if this candle closes like this in the next 6 minutes, we have another setup. But unfortunately, this is where we watch the market. It could just drop without us, and if it does, so be it. Listen, we never, and this would be where someone says, "Oh, I know price is going here and going there." We don't. We have no idea. Okay, so that would have just hit our take profit. Now, is it annoying? No, it's just part of the process. This is against, let's say, predominant trend. So like I said earlier in the stream, I'm going to be a lot more aggressive. I'm always going to implement my 70% rule when I'm going against the higher time frame trend. If we get a close below here, then you got a change in structure and something has changed in the market. So the next candle, if it wicks up, we can sell underneath the low of this candle. If it doesn't wick up, I'm not selling, and then that will be me done. And if it moves a lot in the next, what, 2.5 minutes, then there's definitely no trade. I'm just going to put this here for now. $70, $40. Okay, it's okay. So I don't have any trades in at the minute. We are just sitting patiently. sitting patiently. We need to see if it closes below. Look, and if it does, we've got this huge move to trade into. Nice, open, clear candle space. One minute to go. One minute to go. Okay. No trade if it just goes straight down for me. I need to see a top wick formed. If we get a top wick, then we can place the order. All right. I'm going to give it one more minute and then I have to go. Okay, guys, I really need to go now. But if this wicks up, creates a bullish candle, then you can place the sell stop underneath. Hey, Said, how you doing? Good afternoon, and thank you. Good year to you too. Um, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and then that'll be it for this week on YouTube and TikTok. Um, so have a great day, guys. Remember, if you are going to sell this, make sure it has a top wick first. So everyone, take care, enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.